on CTV. The Frontline with Kwikwanan, only 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 on CTV.
A group of Ghanaians in the diaspora drawn from various professional backgrounds has announced plans to take government of Ghana to court over the country's continued membership in the ECOWAS. They argued that it is time to re-examine the reasons Ghana joined the regional blocs years ago, stressing that the original objectives no longer serve the nation's current interests. In a bold declaration, the group have vowed to champion a campaign aimed at leading Ghana toward an exit from ECOWAS, a move they believe would enhance the country's sovereignty, peace and stability. Tonight, on the Frontline, we speak to members of the group as they outline their case, their legal strategies and their roadmap ahead for the impending national drive. I am Kweku Anan, and of course I welcome all viewers here in Ghana and around the world to the Midweek Frontline. Tonight's coming to you live from the very HQ here in the studios of CTV and of course across dozens tonight with a feed. Let's start with the very one in Sunyane, and the frequency is on Tadi 99, Tadi 88.1 FM, and of course in Western region the feed is on 99.1 FM. In London, we're live tonight on GOB Broadcasting on modernghana.com and tune in. Still on GOB, the feed is on www.gobtv.tv plus Apple Music. The information super dial tonight, we're live on the Frontline Ghana. Very soon I'm sure we'll join the my CTV GH, but it's not yet on, so we are currently broadcasting on the very link, the Frontline Ghana, the Frontline Ghana, and please subscribe to this so I can quickly check how many of you are on the line right now, and I can just mention your names at the close of my eyes. Yes, subscribe to the Frontline Ghana, so at the speed of the breaking news story, you will be the first to know, because you're what you view, listen to. Of course, the Frontline family is a big family here in Ghana and around the world. Folks, plus the interactive segments on the WhatsApp line 020-297-3461. And of course, tonight, let's see if there's any means to read it. I can't really, but still, of course, bring your WhatsApp messages and definitely it will be read. Folks, tonight I have some issues to grapple with. A group in London, and of course I have hinted you already, sometime, how many days, weeks and months, including just last week and then just this Monday gone past, that this group in London is a serious group. And guess what they are doing? This is a group made up of what? A group drawn from various professional backgrounds. Talk about what? Doctors, scholars, kinds of what? Professional backgrounds. Some are doctors, some are professors from various backgrounds. Big guys, boys. all linked together and says what? Look, there isn't any reason, and nothing, of course, also makes Ghana's continuous, hanging in at this ECOWAS stuff. So we need to what? We need to back off from this ECOWAS, whatever. Now, I tend to agree with this group that yes, ever since, and many of you will recall, back in history, somewhere in 1975, in the era of, the military officer, what's the name, General Champon, then all of the issues started. That was where we hatched the plans and the plot to what? To join there is to until we are fully into ECOWAS as far as the fourth Republican Constitution is concerned. Now, folks, the question many are asking is what kind of, whatever it is that ECOWAS we've seen, nothing. There isn't much that the ECOWAS has given birth to, except to say that the ECOWAS protocols is all about the fact that, hey, now we can visit sister countries or within the regional blocks. We can move freely in and out without necessarily going for what? Visas. So here in Ghana, nationals are dropping in as far as they are all what? Africans. And within the regional bloc, we have decided to respect that protocols and all of that. The most regrettable part, ever since the initiation of the ECOWAS, I quickly here don't recall that all the African nations were made to an. We have to what? We have to go for, say, a referendum. A referendum that Ghanaian or all the nations within the African region would prefer that, yes, let's go for the ECOWAS, whatever. Even the EU, when Britain wanted to come out of it, there was a referendum. The people of Britain went out there to exercise a certain, franchise and their sovereignty. Why is it that the African nations could lure their citizens to join one particular umbrella, and the citizens were not made to, as it were, to exercise that, hey, and so, but again, getting out of 1, 2, or 3, no. That initiative cost to the concerns of their citizens, and that is us here today. But again, this is where I bring all of us, and again, I cite with this group, the Patriotic Youth Alliance, a big group out there in Britain, in the US, and various parts of Europe, coming with the speed of beam light. They are coming with full force that, hey, we need to set the record straight. But how that is going to be done, Ghanaians, whether you are here or out there, just watch the space and how the game is going to be played. Now again, it begs the question. So now let's begin to interrogate. It's been how many days, weeks, months, years that all of us, as we became a regional bloc, what kind of benefits that has apparently what is that? They've gone to the ECOWAS, and that's, representation has some impact on our nation ever since they started going to ECOWAS. Go and ask them in Parliament. Go and ask them. Now, I'm sure many of you have heard the breaking news that the minority leader, Kwame, from Accra to Abuja to the ECOWAS Parliament, under very surreptitious circumstances that he's not supposed to go. Why? Because yes, there's a delegation going, but what we are learning is that he's not supposed to be part of the delegation. Now, he's there. And now, this very 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic now have cited Kwame Afenyomarkin for what? Contempt of Parliament. Because he's there. The question is, what is even Kwame going there to do? Ever since they touched base at the ECOWAS, the corridors of ECOWAS headquarters in Abuja, what benefit that have we Ghanaians, what have we gotten? Ask yourselves and ask your politicians. Folks, tonight we are going to look into that. Well, Kwame Afenyomarkin has been cited for what? Contempt of Parliament is what we are also discussing tonight. The circumstances that we, and I'm sure many of you have said, guys, get that tag ready. I gave you a tag where this group in London calling for what? The exit of ECOWAS. Call what? And many of you have seen it. That tag. Look for the tag and let's. We need to get out. Now, getting out is not just saying it. There are procedures. And that procedures is a serious one. They will come and tell you the procedures and how we are going to go through. And every Ghanaian here who that the Nigerians in particular are our worst enemies ever Ghana joined the ECOWAS, you must be prepared and join this warfare, this very warfare of us going or championing the exits of the ECOWAS. Guys, get ready for it. Tonight is going to be a blazing one. Of course, the Frontline is going to speak to some of the group. Of course, we'll touch base with the United States. As Lady Akos is concerned, in London, we'll be joined by Owusu Banahene. And then here in the studio would be Ghana Boy, will join us soon. But of course, that is going to be in the latter part of the show, as far as we'll be entering into Ghana Speaks pretty shortly. Now, yet again, Ghana is expecting another black day. Same as what? Wednesday. I'm sure now you know. 6 people reported gone. Stampede. What is it about? Because the military is doing a recruitment exercise, and in the process, there is what's described as what? Stampede. 6 people have died. 6 people have died. 12 in critical. 12 among them in critical condition. But in ICU or what? Seriously? Wednesday, same. Wednesday, same. It was a Wednesday. 8 gallant men of this nation, some at the apex of the leadership of this nation, perished, which in just less than, or let's say in 24 hours, we just read a report about them, about the circumstances that led to their crash. That's we with the report as to whether that is a report we should believe or otherwise. 8 solid men, 8 solid men who both men at the apex of the executive, and then at the certain leadership of the military, lost their lives. Gruesome. And today, same Wednesday, another black Wednesday, 6 people, not 1 or 6, and 12 in different circumstances. You ain't seen nothing yet, but you will soon see, and you will soon see and hear me well. You ain't seen nothing yet, oh. As far as this your leaders are concerned, the MPP, the NDC, that you continue to glamour around them, you continue to rally among them. Oh, really? Like, seriously? Have you seen how the circumstances under which both parties have caused a major disaster and have destroyed Ghana's enviable security services. Is it the way 21st century Ghana still cannot grapple with what? They need to have a system devoid of what? Asking men and women to converge in their hundreds, in their thousands, to kill for what? Recruitment. Hallelujah. Jesus Christ, I need to put my head here, my hands on my head. No. Look, one of the things that can even help us do this and do it so clean is the fact that, why not? We have so many systems. We can call 1, 2, 3 people to sit to give us the best of recruitment exercise, the best way to give what? A recruitment procedure for which no Ghanaian's life will be lost. Look, just this morning, guys, let's get started. Scattered, and of course coming from various professional backgrounds. A doctor for whom, scientist whom, a kuku dam for politician who say no. Very long time. And he's saying, a bra Ghana ni Nigerian tukweya, you go so Nigeria for amanfrafobi ebedidiemu, including say a binimo abebo womu ede ehu hene ewa ha yeti baby yaye memu and a Ghana mpanimfo ma sa nipa yi kwan sa momra na obi de ono waba ono abebo no ho hene kese a so ono no oye a king mu keno ya hemfo wo memu ha ya hemfo a yenim so mo ya hemfo na we de ono ba ya wono be bon ho ohene mu pon a mika sei wasan so atoa so say efi mensimu biara eye Ghana no ohonso wakoho ekosisi na henie ni na bi ewo na de minimi say oman ya yetemu yi ye kwano a ye de ye adwuma no emma Ghana peni biara anase obiara yesi ni hene no constitution ni mo biara kwan se ubetimi afra wo ho se we ye den omu na ye paramount chiefs, because our constitution mu say untimi mfra wo ho se wo de wo ye hene pon se wo ye king. No, omu na wo ye den wo levels no ewo ho. There is nothing like a king ewo mem ha. Nti Ghana for if yem bisa se e ba ne sein na mpanimfo ya won mo tete o memu yi under the Fourth Republic MPP ni NDC for betimi ama kwan se manfre ni bi metron memu na ommo no ho ensi ne ho hene se wono wo ye hene pon ba ye na ye ni mpo no ohene a Ghana nyara e ba ne henya ye dwa to no ne ni di nkomoma ne tu anamon e wo nieme bebremu eye otumfo ose na it is never and it cannot rule not and may not be ebinsi na minim da ebesi so mi bisa eba ne sen ena manfrinyo ye iboni ebetron memu no otuminya the authority etro say I am a king no onante na betisu no wakasa ahomu masomu enyanso humu enye niama humu edi kire Ghana mpanimfo across the executive, across what the our legislature and across the judiciary, and nobody says if yente and the say he is doing all of this at the full glare of our chiefs in this country, the chieftaincy institution. We need to say no more and a papa nam mem ha na de say hu ne sen afi do say masan so ayeden abobo me hene enkete ya minim baby a to ana enkran gamanche say be all over minim ho abakwasem but abakwasem bi wo ho sesi ame no ka ho asema ene ne sa ibo hene we na obi say DNA AC e den na ekọ Nina koko wie ne faraba ne se Ghana de no ho akodom ekua ye ne yesiesi efre ho ECOWAS. Na ECOWAS sesen minim se ECOWAS ne efri ECOMOC in the era of Rawlings time obekaya. ECOMOC beye asoja kuwa ye de ko pattern to kwadam ne ade led by General Anol Kwenunum. Edru baby ECOMOC ceased to exist. And wonum kofa sa ECOWAS semi di buy. Na ECOWAS semi ni saying say ye na ye betimi didi ya hunkuta ho ni ye na betimi efri obi memu akọ obi memu easy abra ye NG visas no nasefo sa na etia na nsesa nche boni bi enim na eba ne saying na feed akoye se tarekesi bi ahya efi ayensu yire ama Nigerians in the name of ECOWAS Sasana netia and na say leaders no provision say and eba ye be ye ka say leaders say provision ya and omo hwe sa nipa we num say munye bibia mo pe wo Ghana boni bia mo bedi bia mo ye free at liberty na senya sa Nigerians so atu bia mane Ghana for so say ani o on man ye de omo say Ghana ye omo dia and they have the right say so mo live e wa ha na senya sa yes, Papa, we nipa full way chukudi. Another foolish idiot will be looking at our faces and be calling Ghanaians. Ghanaians are uncultured. Ghanaians. Papa, we ever share your name. Say Ghanaians, ye uncultured. No better me a sample ya tre Ghana for without the ECOWAS that your stupid leaders have paid to be open. At this very sovereign nation called Ghana. On the heads of this, any group is ye two anamo ECOWAS system whatever na sefo esi free mo anamo two no emun sam edoso group ni mu nipa be miensa ene me bedi nkomo ha na dwue ya ba ko wo London ye ne be kasa ba ko so America on ye ne be kasa and the oba be coming home studio has say folks na nkomo no mu ayede but answer na nkomo no ye be sha ase ne munim eye kan say buku ade bia Ghana Speaks, the proper one, sponsored by Ijumakwe womune ejina so ejina omo so ena mede Frontline bro eye biogas expert engineers kojo awono eni dom omo edini omo be group no so menini bedi videos bi ami na ye ko holidays bia adedena kwemo ti nkomo yie wo chafa wom obetimi afre wonum as I said and I always say wo hwe ebia wo hwe wo TV so fa wo phone no call closer to TV no they trap woman numbers na save and as wo hwe wo phone so I just on the phone screenshot woman numbers na feto they hear them na why then what free biogas expert for na de bia wo hwe na ye bedi hu nkom no wono my then aka ho asem take a listen to this me we are neighbor Ghana Speaks proper ye be na anadwi and sana me guest no so ayden abekame me sure say what say ebri the Ghana military one mo ye recruitment exercise enipensia enne one mo sorry say tio this 6 people or 12 or how many they are they woke up this morning and hey, we are going in services to God and country. Mama sorry so mo si yekope owuo. Me kope bibie bedi ene emebeye den na namu. But yo, they were going with their soul, their spirits and their body in services to God and country. But tonight, they are not part of us. That's the mistake they've done. Mistake on my end, no. That is the level to which your nation is going. All right, are you hearing me? So that's how the kasa ye nyome bi sa very soon. I promise you. Get angry and get very, very what? Sharp and be more alert and be more conscious about your nation. When we are talking, don't sit down and say somebody is screaming as if he's mad. You think so? Me, sit down. It will get to your doorstep. They just came. Womo edu womo kra ene womo ni pedua yi bo afare and no in services to God and country. As a result of what? The negligence of your leadership, who simply do not want to think. But on what say, oh, after here, this is how we do it. Oh, after this one, this is how. It's all about the culture, the culture attitude, our life, our way of life. Say, oh, after us, this is all how we do our things. Because you know why? Anytime a group of people or somebody is refusing to on the levels of adapting to something, beware, there is something wrong. This is one of the spirit that is confronting this nation. Omanya yenye ready say about adapted to a change. No, the moment I can say we change bibino, kanasha nso oho eye nipa bi edidibia, oho eye nipa bi wo masetra, oho ene yense sane omada. We are see dimri kan yense danwa. Me kwaba na ya be ye adwuma bi wo ho. And you know why? NPP and NDC, the levels to which they've abused our security forces of this nation across all, and continue to do it, and they don't even care. Tonight, praise yourself. Still on the bill, the Frontline major expose in the body of Christ coming next year, and Hunsam and also be fall. Let's say stick and stay. Many could do no aid in common in a jiffy. Here we are. And you mean I be pape muma kumi no miensa. You won't say this. This investigative magazine show. I'll be right back. Take a listen to this. Okay? Then here we are. You better be say floaters. They be ame bomu de ruchiramo. Floaters no crowd they show. Now when before state of the art kitchen, new latest state of the art kitchen be abe be yacho wanna do it. Float and also it's the same technology. Then could you the baby zip the baby or till my adena confi repair na called sight and sounds backyard of Nigeria and in the coso in the moon Nigeria needs sophobia what we with him Mirikao walk of through ceiling ne graniako Ugani I didn't know Ugani South Africa or your software. The once and be ewa obeti be
merit and demerit. But your move away no to tonight.
Okay, MCR, can we have right?
Yes. It was its own merit and demerit. Its own merit and demerit. Ni merit ni say. So we check kitchen I go here say na. Ni merit ni say no bo enyedin. No bo enyedin. And away enya dia wo beka say wo bo ade wo so anase a quat wake top no apai and no entisa because and I
see
ni merit no
obo bibi granite
yes on say ye kitchen we are ye wade be the two top most of the friend wake top and a friend granite and a quat you different materials are you use idea but so we are on say a concrete granite no say ade wo de ade boss na ade no mu edua to me clacky so na tap clacky but we no a concrete into no a very difficult say a be clacky and no bo so no e wo fam in a sense that until the merit no
I see
the demerit no say we say go another place fa we nko utumi
ubeja ho
betumi aja top no nko no betumi ayi but basically they want to mean because a fixed kitchen cabinet a concrete and a block a concrete and a
so
want to me and you find there look at your munzo na munjira wa kakrama yeah disadvantage no na advantage also no say we no a fixed in price no our firm into more mu kitchen na moye no in a way say at the end of the day no but two tasks wo hona de no we a block de no bia na
so when this our question then let's gauge where zinc
zinc no
yes I think maybe meaning says sadne that's running now concrete and that's the granite
no we a anka ye foreign kitchen na be granite and a
Quartz.
Quartz, yes.
Okay.
But we know a concrete a tile. Normal tile.
Then you have your
yes, almost an 80, no?
Oh, it's very beautiful.
Very beautiful, extremely beautiful. Extremely beautiful. It's a kitchen. Now, you know, a concrete now. Why? Now, we're going to say, I'm a fast wire, a bay effect, a bay my wire effect. My head about to put me a contact here. Oh, middle, a
wow.
A friend is a until it top of your way and what on a beba. Ashes ano. And no ye hanging cabinets are about to be the Yamaya.
Oh, okay. Cabinets are
out to be Yamashim.
Utensils,
Ashishim also.
Very good.
Auntie and also, sir, na ye top on your design top no. Into top of whom you now or Honyanano, a beer, over to me at the Yamaya, Ashish. We a apartment we are moving to open so Utomia, what me abeto, and we a 2-bedroom apartment. 85,000 USD. 2-bedroom apartment. About to me Sakumano.
I see.
Over to me abeton. A 2-bedroom 85,000. 2-bedroom 85,000.
I see. $85,000.
$85,000. They were the years were a young way. I'm not sure quite over to me abeton also. But we there already a ton.
At the market.
8 apartments. Yeah. 4 dada. I thought for that car 4. Now, kitchen cabinet. All the concrete. Now, per se, modify the same out. Then, if a say, you bet to me, aye, no ball from way, a cost I bet 35,000.
Oh, sir.
35,000. So, a cost I say the same things here. A cost I 35,000. And yet, Bakuna, a foreign one, no boy, Dinkakra. From 50 to 60,000, and yeah, no be we normal constructive be within 1 week, 2 weeks in a year.
You're done.
1 week, 2 weeks in a year because a concrete into way another kitchen cabinet.
I see.
But your baby,
that's right.
I bet take measurement. Now, you bet me you were different color. Yep, you bet me but we know social floor now. Kitchen floor now, and they inform you say, "Yen say, I bet me IFA because your floor now say floor no ash kakra womo." Until you say, "Ma we no we the color no and blend it with it." Nyanu ye, until say, "say." Say, "But to me, after your numbers, I was screening so about few near here." If you're taking measurement, and I BBC, I'm a banner wing corner. Your other ones are a foreign kitchen cabinet. I bring a year of video where you saw one who do a binny way who to see where
a pay track, we will pay you. We could list better
and away so advantage. We ever said the air will feel. Kitchen cabinet will feel. Okay, I can 2 years.
2 years, yes, of course.
This year, so Ubia. Place now for so kisa kitchen cabinet awo hu e betumi ayi ni nyina de akọ betumi ni nyina de akọ ko ye new kitchen cabinet biom advantage
you still can enjoy that same kitchen wherever you go
you just fix you betumi aluzo nti advantage awo we nso ehunu no but if you say na upese wo ye bia membo ho wo de frɛ you be take measurement nyina we you be the same thing say a wo hunu no ama nti wo hwɛ na ebia wo fɛ ko betumi take screenshot
exactly
they are too hot or that send ye dey say be hwɛ kitchen na design kitchen no dey dey
ama ko do kan mo take ni serious so wo kitchen bia screenshot wo phone so anasa with your phone go closer to television na screenshot na fɛ mo no Kojo knows what to do.
Yes, you be kitchen ho say ya take measurement na design no say na wo take no then you bet amendment ka cry be anasa now we kitchen we you kuma say you catch us na ya udu ho na you catch us kitchen we ye na ya gina so here from say okay say say
we can Kojo these are all times so
all time
kitchens we now from the 2 days.
Yes, the 2 days.
So guess how many years? 6 years mo kra ni.
What about it?
Yeah.
Juma no say enetia ye juma do na fabrochiro wo Ghana baby awo bia ofa numbers na wo frɛ na wo nya most at time you was site and do for some the voice message, my voicemail, and I say normal text message and WhatsApp message.
Yeah.
Yeah, free a horror now your network pay. Almost a message in Beba. Then we can also reply you in a nice way. You to me, right. Fantastic. Yanko we boho.
Yeah.
Yanko boho. Kakwa de bakwa ma won say with your help. Ma won say boho for no dodona to your idea no of say what was I say.
Yeah.
What says cut of send that. Dear was a senna singing no ye would
yeah.
A good dear Baba Betty. And now oh yes, I buy dear.
Oh, mammy, Trimoni, gold there.
Ah, did it say you go to catch your beer. When you're going to make catch your beer.
Yes. Assassin in your gold.
Oh, yeah, sir, Nipa Bray. Minister, Abu Musu.
Oh, okay.
What Abu Yet to see you now. Boys, we move from Musomu, Kulimidi, you are the parents. Ukta, maybe around this. And number sign, you know, wouldn't see you, Ebano. Normally, we are not good wampa. And you know, me say, yeah, but we are almost signing in Adiaco.
Damn,
share was studying in Adiaco. And I bet it's Sadia Bakra. Almost studying in Adiaco. Go now, no good room.
Because I'm with two assassination.
Say, na good room. Missy, to Missy, Yakoya Biso, Koblisu, Koblisu, the same thing. Yakoya Bisu, Akanti, see a Cotuzi,
and was all this place here, mining areas.
Yeah, mining areas. Aha, Yakoya Biso, Akanti, and also the same thing. Aha, Yakoya Biso, Akanti, and also the same thing. Until the Mepa coming and said, "Ah, was a seno."
Yeah,
me cosite be. A hole in your friend is saying, construction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Until the Nipano episode, and say, need you need light to hunt the solar and a bit attachamano. Into a yana or Toma or more as a dino. Yeah. Until say, oh, yeah, we would year new site. Not a month for home, we juma. The ebe one is a what to you know. So to be too soon, qua be a light or light, no, it was solar system to me the man. Wow. No, your kiosk be to Hama.
Moto, no?
Yes. Nipa Obetina. No man camera and one. You are good to go.
You are good to go.
You are good to go.
Camera, no, just to be able to monitor
the cost of
it's a problem.
Only problem, yeah. A babe, Nukrabe Boise. Within 1 year, 2 years, no. Die opposite symbol to me. You know, into any kind of some physical for at the bar. As I said, I want to be too so and Robert Memoska about the sedan. Kwaku, but dear Bakwa, Sabi, and yet of 3 years, no.
Agree.
Hanu Emlanu, a year more. Ni brain ni ha bebre sa nti de o ye bia no wontum na de enye against the law kwa de you can do whatsoever you want to do say wasitrem be okay de me pa kan ngira say kwan bebre wo so a obetumi afa so anyiska de me pa kan no bi ye say nsu a e kan wasam wo asase nkwa e busi afiem busi asase mpo a na woti ho a bebi kakere bi wo abrochi wo betoka ama asende say monfanya adwuma na monfanya hwefie obeka ayo police akọchi me agiso say tire sen eso sa oye agiso say
na wa wo mre
wo de fasas kanu tu nsuo na hwe nsuo no wo de tu a tu mienu pekeke na baako omunto omunjai nsuo so de da bia ne pa no nsuo
obi hia nsuo
that water de oye dance you into one of the ye nuanu mo na ye sister no ye brothers mo de adwen ko ho a ebetumi aboa ye dada mo ase si obi betuka far away aso na konya nsio watu nsio wo ho no aboa nipa no obetumi anya nsio easily ade ye na ade ye adwuma na okonso obetumi anya nsio adwara kwa adwuma on time waho on nye late enko adwuma nti sanya ma we nyina no wo mu se ye boa ye ho de ba ye san boa afoforo waho ye san boa in the long run ye boa afoforo nti wa team no wasase na ye so tu nsio so woni problem bia contact your number was screen so iba be hwe ne ato nsu ama apart from where we hwe e bia na ba bia wo no office nkini wo ho senyame ya do yin nyankopon de e na eni asase na se but baby nkini wo e ko tu nsu wo ha ye nya nkini baby obi o pram say ya tun say more than 5
yeah
the next house in Chini wo but baby got to yanya Chini more than 5 yes last week ya abra obi atubi e wo ho Chini wo mu but ya got to in Chini nim isuo na meka kra isuo na meka ho sama bi o meka site ni din e wo ni nyina so bi atu ho for that assemble.
That's right.
That when we come young fancy office when we come I made na up and down. Inti say baby on you say Chini wo ho a say Nyankopon ya duma ye betumi atu ebia ye nyankere. Yes, ebi wo ho no ye piki line ni nyina wi a na ye solve no wi a ebia ye betumi ebia ye nyankere ma. Ebia ye nyankere ma. But Nyankopon ya duma ye betu ye nyankere ma. Yeah, inti sanity. Inti men worry bebre ma won say ni parona fra e na me ha na ye say Chini wa ha e na say Chini.
Yes. How then do you conclude, sir?
Baby, I'm na me to nsuo man of pram say. Enu ho ni say the next house. Nkini wo ho. Watu nsuo mienu anase miensa. Nkini you can say don't worry. Me to nsuo ama wo. Are you confident? I don't know what GDS and I say don't worry. The first me nyanko site here. The make say don't worry. O de G2 say ye betu Nkini unya. Apostle akotu nsuo no. Nkini nim. Ada e coffee se pomp no no ho. O pese o monitor bibia. Be ye class o tie. Ye
Kenya of London.
Of London.
Hey, London.
Yeah. O monitor bibia anti ye koye we no ye se kwadwo mapacho. Ada e because kwadwo wo beba site na me say me to me ba o se no anka me pacho. We dey to full ama wo bra. Na me say no problem meba. Nti ye nsuo no se kwadwo ma besa nsuo no bi na me hwe. Na me sa hey, Nkini ni wo. Anase mi so die. And I so what me as test.
That's right.
But I was a man, the security guy. And also I say, sister Nkini ni me the me test here. It's the omo ka kire.
Ono na edi na dance here. Geological.
So fear, don't worry, just contact us. Number say what screen is solving. Yes, solving we are. The ebe bia no ye say ebe dwuma papa ma wo. Enyame pa a e bia Nkini wo area there but enyame pa a ye nya Nkini ema wo. Power no say ye betu ye benya Nkini ye nya Nkini no. Eno emfre ye ho. De ehia say ye betumi adi say ye benya nsuo papa. Ye tu nsuo wo ha benya nsuo aye good na ya to ama wo. Enyame pa nso a ye betu awe na bia na ye nya Nkini. Bia nso ye nya Nkini ana ye nkonya iron. Ye bomb by say. Iron. Oh yeah, sometimes let me say. In so bia etu I'm here say to so within after 3 months na omanya iron. Treat ma omo. Yes, ye to me yes anya man nyina nti wo borehole na bia Nkini wo mu. Na wonya treatment obetumi akontate o contact ya e ba be take sample. E da collab na ya hwe na ya perfect ya mawa na simple and short. When no can say nsuo a me won nsuo na Nkini wo mutimi ntumi duzo. No. They are advanced way a Nkini wo mu po betumi first one to me nti be bia wo bia no fa numbers our screen so ye wo Christmas in so mo.
Great guys, welcome back to the Frontline show. Of course, up next would be Ghana Speaks, proudly brought to you by Biogas Experts for Kojo Awono Oni Edi Nkomo Sisi nti fa ho ye den fa ho ji Kojo ne nioma omo ye ne mu bi Kojo a church niema bebre a ebeboa me nso ye na ye da chimunti ene ye den ye hwe no. Right now, the very news by the hour suggests to say yet again Ghana is been confirmed Black Wednesday. People, as the news continue to recap, 6 people reported killed early hours of this morning in critical condition, also battling for their lives. Folks, on the heels of what? The military, a recruitment exercise in T. The Rupa Yabono, and he say nipa sorry agitwiji trada dompem ekobo womo dompem ewo himfa ewo ewak hwe nipa na egu ho se Ghana for it is any pa wani na ye Ghana ne shema kogo ewak as if say womu ni dwuma bi die o nanso wani na ye Ghana the human as see a pay dwuma edema won and the Ghana penifo over saying 68 years Ghana 68 years about saying 33 years also. The only way Saul leadership way MPP more me enye dwuma papa ye no ene akoniasa we so 21st century. Hwe emrante wo we ni mu sori anapa we say won mo ekọ akwakopa dwuma yo. Edwuma no mo kwa enye so mo kwa yama obiao eye for the services to God and country. Won mo kwa ye dwuma asomo mo man keke. Ghanaians who these people were just going to serve their nation keke and one no woma kwaji wo mpete wuo kwa nanso bi say show one of the disciplinary organization back when we memu ha eno de kwaku me namfofo no mu nya from top down the military say ebane saying and the military betimi amakwan emasa free range anamoto betimi abamani pa hwere omonkwa but enye na Debbie enye na asemu ete the recruitment across all our security services, service, customs, police, military, any honke say that than one. After how many years of our independence, basic the Fourth Republic, say no. Ebinimu ye say and the wukwa mayama bibria. Say ube serve u military in the crown. Yet nina kwashishe schools. Obia unya wie school enti se Ghana mpenifo peniya. Enti eno say ya ye system na toward that through Ghana the Ministry of Education. Unya wie ya oba obema straight ukoye wo service wo a minimum. Okay? A minimum. So uko na fi uko do a minimum a eno pam na waka a minimum na wushim. Afi Ghana for no so school wo mo kondo so mbe enu so betimi aye another enu so betimi ade absorb wo wo de ne twe ho afi hwe wo ye betimi nso e design bibia people will not go say the way ni akoye ya this stampede abi there's a process so unique so beautiful and nipa ni be go through devoid of such stampedes na sefo there be MPP ni NDC for say yenye no china da. Do you know why? Ebina mebe catch on. Why? Because these two political parties would want to do what you call the human capacity exploitation. Sanity. I dare you, NDC ni MPP. Mome kanchira mse kwekwana, you are lying. I challenge you. Moya mamoya for you are evil. Okay? Adiabachi NDC for the you recruit to saying ya Roma kwasha Ghana enforcing stupidity. Ne nkwasiasam. I will continue to speak. Okay? Meanwhile, you have the sense. Make it better than this. You have the wisdom, the knowledge to do it better than this, but you ain't going to do it because why? You want to exploit the people of this country all through. Oh yeah. Sanetie bibi animo woman be MPP aye be paying NDC ye be paying sound numbers from here. That is how they want to use you. That's how they want to exploit all of us into a point of what? Abyss. When the exercise be koso now they have released the Ghana Armed Forces around across the southern sector because now as far as the Galamsey are concerned, I say Ghanans as in any forest reserve. When we said now, the security services in Nara, we've used all Galamseyers they are immune to the system. Oh yeah. The Galamseyers are immune to the security forces. Now, the last line of defense, Omega, is the military. Now, just a couple of days, the military Saita Womo Ekwako Pam Galamseyers. Guess what is happening? Galamseyers are so emboldened. No more chasing a soldier for my soldier for ni dwane. Not because a soldier for ni to me show. They are holding guns. They can pull the gun and quickly release. But guess what will happen? Once they are on the ground, a stupid politician in this country was speaking to the commanders, asking them, directing them, telling them this, that. And so the military will comply. There was a video, I should have looked for it and played to Ghanaians. Play for you to watch. Yeah, military officer, I think he's on retired. I send you a council. And in this country have abused all the security services, ostensibly the military. Actually, say, and MPP NDC to the extent say even demolition exercise in Po, na tema soldier for do megu demolition. The military is the last line of defense. As I continue to give you the defense the code, that the last line of defense. It is was soldier for YMPA. It is a time a soldier for no Eshwa. A kumwaya day foreign aggressors aba. Yenya baby for your team fano. And you release home some mumra. Yes. A memo will crum. A memo peer. And you do muko. Equia DSA. There be in your Ghana dear. Yet the MPP and NDC are abusing the security forces now to the extent of the last line of defense for one also. Yet the battlefront in order to protect Ghana's forest reserves and water bodies. And if we Galamsey for us here, we don't care. We can battle with you. This is where we are. So, is Ghana safe anymore? No, Ghana is not safe anymore. So Jenina send you a video be a measure. Say, and yes, to me BBO, but Monko Casancha more politicians. Most sorry, let me be Rabema camp. Now my friend commander, release some men for us. Ni releasing Merema, ni Kugu, Obiside, ni Bubu dying, ni yese, men in uniform, unique men. The military is a unique organization that ought not to be abused by MPP, NDC, all up to now. But that is what MPP, NDC you continue to do. Now you know what? The most regrettable part is Moya way, and at the Faso, and at the Pepe B, Ebe Bromeya, Kwekumi problem. No? All of the things they use the security force in order to the benefits of these animal politicians of yours. Now, we've completely what? We've completely corrupted every security organization. Go there and do your sample opinion gathering. And you know, sir, all the security services in this country, in watching, you know, Aka and your mask get set, and boom, there will be fire in this country. But the fire will come. I promise you people. Oh, baby, I'm on my way. Me say the fire will come. Why? There's going to be an implosion. That is what you want. And that is what you want. There's no decency, there's no decorum, there's no common sense. After wasting how many? 8 gallant men. In some are the security services, some are the apex of the executive, on the same and on the heels of mining. No, including say just 24 hours, we've released a report and there's a contention even on that report. Same, the military. Today, another Black Wednesday, gone. Why must we see this? Because ni na mo de mo politics no. Mo politics na mo de e 24 nyansa na mu nintia. But you see, as you've done all this continuation of your politics, MPP and NDC, what do you think you've gained? Nothing. You think they don't now the video is the map watch. I think market and the youths are gradually becoming more awakened, and that sooner rather later the Ghanaian leadership will not have any place to stay. They will chase all of them into say when I'm say Kwamena one first person you be check you be buwasu me bibia yamo move this politician. Wait a minute, it's time. Oh me say your time, wait, the time will come. Look at the way you've abused and continue to destroy the people in the era of Rawlings. na wo sojeni a obetimi gina sojeni anim Rollins abreso me say Ghana ni obetimi gina sojeni anim e die niama ho sam ne anianso de be mpere be mo ayesa the military however you think they were what but very disciplined these someone is mo era way buy from Kufuor time be wure mu say bam na mo start some way the mo destroy the forces. It takes Ghana how much to train one military officer. Your boka and you training all of these gallant men, and then when you finish, all that you know is to go and plug them and go and waste their lives. You waste their lives not because they are fighting to protect the sanctity, the credibility, the integrity of this nation. No, they are to go and protect our forest reserves and water bodies, of which you say these foolish politicians, you've destroyed it. You are wasting them quite our lives. Politicians, some of them should be shot by sight. Kill them. Thunder should strike you. Disease, diarrhea. Another Black Wednesday. Folks, religious belts in politics of today tonight. We take a closer look and gauge how Ghana's possible exit from ECOWAS could unfold, examine the journey ahead of its what potential ramification, and who stands to benefit both within Ghana and across the regional bloc. Yebedin komone ahwe kwan a Ghana beside a free ECOWAS ni muni emu nsem sama ye kase minority leader in parliament of the to Tumirika ECOWAS oko eme ya citing for contempt ewo Ghana's parliament. Then ECOWAS no mu konso ade no mu kwan we ECOWAS bisa. Go and ask your leaders whenever they fly here with your per diem and they go and live in the lavish hotels in Abu. What is it that they bring here? Because ever since they joining ECOWAS, impact Bain and ECOWAS and make it on Ghana. And you're full of stupidity, foolishness, and absurdity. Nonsense, keke. Even for ECOWAS to help the regional bloc to create what you call one currency. And these are the leaders. All right? You think they have a care for you? They only need your power through this and continue to fool against you. Make out say, politicians, anyone suffer are the two who continue to what? Militate and drive this country to no point of return except abyss. Jimmy for 24 ECOWAS business and fast open about nothing. Rather, a big Ghana abubuano ebubia and empateku and sibo and chirebe nimpemire enyebi Ghana edi Ghana for bonnet and umpeni for fire home. But before I bring you our guests, let's take a moment to relieve some sights and sounds capturing the growing Ghana's possible exit. But before no, what is coming? Something that is coming tonight. On the Frontline major expose, we continue to remind our cherished listeners and viewers. Expose title, Workers of Iniquities. Set for next year. That would shake the very foundations here in Ghana. We urge all Ghanaians to stay alert and keep their eyes on the space for this much anticipated revelation. Folks, gauge the space. Adikesebia ebebano mami ebesiako na wehuno maybe yi adibia kire we any expose kesia ebeba sa expose no and also ebepa wasofo mpanimfo atorofo na da na brabafo akohwifo bone ahye omoma na omugina wasoro fie ho na omuye dede boe Christ ba boe say betua tai boe say na brabafo nkwa. How the expose will go is what you need to watch, and the format we call the workers of iniquities. Watch this, take a lesson.
They call themselves as the holy men of God. But beneath them lies darkness, evil, and wickedness.
In Sri Lanka, they say, "Ifuluno." I'm sorry. Miracle water empty. Was sorry.
But now they've reached the breaking point, as the web or the Frontline has captured them in an expose that will shake the foundation of Christianity in Ghana. Expect more in the coming days, weeks, and months on the Frontline show with Kwekwanan. Behind the false holy crown lies darkness. This is Code Red Season 2 on the Frontline, coming soon.
Great, folks. I love it. Ozedane, behind the false holy crown lies what? Darkness. Now, expose next year. Brutal expose. I have said it before and will say it again. If you call yourself a Christian, and you have been attending a church for more than 2 years, yet the very reason you entered that church has not been fulfilled by God, please, it's time to leave that church. What a they said a couple the first time. So ye Christo ni now kwa sorry be. Nessa son at least work for 2 years. That's the work was also for threshold. And then maybe 2 years is just the beginning, but that's the getting to your threshold. Nasa adekuntia wo de call sa aso dem minima de crowd de call, but adebia nam so Ghana ni bia no won so sorry akura so bi nkwa. No, there's a reason why to call sa aso dem who kwa kotie den lekusu any lekususu, whichever of the susu. Nasa adekuntia ma wo call sa 2 years sa de nya emmaye materialize unye hu ano unye hu eho fareba Israel free sa aso dem. And I'm going to tell you what, free or demo. Your continuous stay in that church is a waste of your time. I'm telling you the hardest truth, which these people of color call black people don't simply like it. And I will speak unto your men of God who will go and enter the sea. Say it is time, leave the place. Is not a house of God. A man-made center designed for the yes, it is completely designed designed for for all sorts of exploitation. That's all there is to it. It is completely designed for what? For exploitation. And there is nothing that can change it. For human exploitation. Ohono enye wo wasetena enye wo bia ese wotena na chese sa bia no wo free say kronkron bia enye kronkron bia ya ye ne se oho ene de bebu nipa epu oho ene de bebu nipa nse chi agi ni sika oho ene de nada enkontompo enabrabasam e dia tutrim. Do not be scared of the guy who pull a gun at you. They be make us asem no chem ensuro de otwe to also. But then hu ye hu eye de wo fa ada kwan so esuro kwan so emumuyo bi kwan so nowhere then wo bo asem bi di two trim no ma wo ho akonya se kona kodwen ho na wo bedwen ho na wunya answer, and eventually you have to fall to his prey. Now be then your be can obeji atum no akoso an waye wakoa na wasom no. Won say Christmas eba mmoa omo da so omo de signboard any posters bebre abobokrom check who street in across your street, across your signboard who many animals, extortionists for a real for foolish Galatians. They are about to preach another gospel to you. Say there is something unique coming, and they are going to lure all of you into the church auditorium to exploit you. Now listen tonight. Even in our hospitals, doctors do not keep patients longer than necessary. They know their duty is to heal and discharge, not to detain. So if a doctor will not keep for a year, why then would God want to keep you? I mean, just as an what want to keep you sitting endlessly in the church week after week, year after week? Why? Doctor Nimpo ye nyankopon abode no. Anyame born say through him obesa yare no. Doctor nim say won't mean keep you or hospital for more than whatever. Doctor bi ni obeti for like a year. O ye den ho. 1 year. O ye den hospital. E see discharge. Onumpo nyame aye ne say e so den oboa no san yare no discharge. How much God? How much more God? The omnipresence, omnipotent fie ne ye kotie nyame asem na adekunti e ma ye koe no saade no ye betumi anya ho ayaresa na saade ne ye de koe no ye betumi anya saade no so e wo ne ntem so edi nti na ma ye koe e ye mpa ye bi se bibi ehwe na no bebem ne ye ko ne ye kotra ne ye ikikoma gadu sei enim ne ade eni leku na afimuni na sa nyankopon twedi ampon your boss created the entire universe. No, I will not hear thy prayer and I will not hear thy cry until you scream for what 10 years in that same auditorium. Who is this God? Now folks, what exactly is God still looking for in that church auditorium, a grand cathedral? Think about it. Edie pa na yankopon hwehwe free wo. Edie be pa na yankopon hwehwe free wo sa ni pe wa. Wo da so te sa asori we ya. Empire bebrebe yi, esu bebrebe a wechi gu for me. No. Wontie wo ne, wontie wo da koso na transfer them. Wo this mind game of exploitation. When we say that sofoni wiwi amadwene. Enti won say asofoni bebre akogye mmosia abesi so mudan akese atremu more with the deception still at you. Say they are creating a space enipa mra ye do mo ko so ahememu akromfo asefo. Oh, Christmas, me say ochina start looking, you will see their signboards. From tomorrow, me say makai fawani hwe ochina wonam kroma biawani hwe street ni mu hwe signboards no so. He says somebody signboard number ye bibi papa bia. A be bro mine. Ni say adani what? It ends nothing. But the money, we don't need your money for anything. We have our own thing. No one catch until I saw no what they hiding. But who? Until I saw them when I would know. Mammy, hurrah. We still miss mechanic. Today, I'm glad because our women who for years have been exploited, abused, and hypnotized by dogmatic religious messages, once described as weaker vessels, are now awakening. They are rising with strength, with awareness, and with renewed sense of purpose. The days of silent submission are over. Young women and women in a certain if you women go so te until women say no sana they are suffering here in a bebre a nada kwan so one among such women has spoken so the members that are
Babit one pay 500 as starting business, and you are telling us to contribute and give it to a pastor to buy a car because the man of God and people in the Bible were living a luxurious life, so a pastor needs to drive a Range Rover. Now you see what Range Rover. So what are you trying to tell me? There's a member sitting in the church who needs 1,000 Ghana cedis. There's a member in the church needs 1,000 Ghana cedis to start up a business, to pay the child school fees, and you are telling me, Eric, to come and contribute to a pastor to buy Range Rover. Are you kidding me?
All right.
I should take off a pastor. You know, sometimes you want to show they be a harvest, they be a money coffee, they be a harvest, they be a coffee niama.
No, but you know, I feel like sometimes it's
not
also
even, it's just too much.
Sometimes it's also the members.
It's just too much.
It's sometimes.
See, we have churches that they'll be in the pastor, appreciating the members. There is this woman, I've forgotten her name. Every Christmas, you get to the church and all the seats, they are pack of rice. All the members, December, but not Pastor Bekacho said November, we are doing harvest to build the church. Church now building, why won't they quote name? It's not for the members, and there's a member there only in your bed. Now, omo year offering na. Your bed is not na high table. When we scan your work, sorry, you won't deliver us what from that. Church, this church thing. Fire. If you be pastor where you won't drive Range Rover, do your work and buy your Range Rover. And with our money, make we use and build the church. And let them know that the church will be for all of us. So if you remember Gigi scat or toss as baby, then they tell we say it is documents not why you do. So it is high time make we show that
more fire.
Oh.
More fire. I love it.
No.
The submission Eric gave was a break.
What a or councilman who here tinye fi ye religious, but look into the spaces there will definitely expose, will unravel. The grounds will be shaking. The earth, there will be earth in Ghana. Enter Ghana speaks on this angle. Report coming in from London suggests that the British authorities are preparing to deport significant number of Nigerians from the country following recent surge in crime related. The British authorities, I say, as a so more pam Nigerians and Dodwana Fikronum. Dear Benti, and I see a pamum. T reason a title. Listen to this.
The UK is telling thousands of Nigerian nurses to go back to Nigeria. Y'all are all frauds. We don't believe your degrees or registrations. And this all stems back to a 2023 investigation where they discovered these Nigerians had other people sitting in at a testing center in Nigeria. Dozens confessed to it. Like, yeah, these registrations and degrees that we got, somebody else took the test for us in Nigeria. Now the UK is all the thousands went through that center to get their registration and degrees to go back home to Nigeria until we figure all this out, because right now we think all of y'all are frauds. That's what's going on in the UK. So you see bad apple message. There was a whole apple tree. They're like, yeah, y'all gotta go. All these doctors, nurses, and engineers are turning out to be scammers. Really scammers. Just scammers.
So the British authority, now guess what? Back in Nigeria, a middle-aged woman has survived a kidnapping attempt after being attacked by a group of armed men believed to be Nigerians. A middle-aged woman we atono. She has someone to know into their experience or yenye memhanum. Eya dia eya amanfrafobi ene de ba. Aha enso ye ba bebo ye dem ye bebo sa esano ha na yenso ya toaso ha. Now is that the sana SSC etini wiase because of what? ECOWAS? Middle-aged mami we edi asam na eto no. Take a listen. Watch. Also, listen.
5:36. I entered their vehicle. Not up to 2 minutes. They pinned down and wind up. Then held my throat. Said they needed money. Said they should check my bag. They should take everything. They were still strangling me. Then they asked of my phone pin. I gave them my 2 ATM pins. I gave them. They were still strangling me. They took something and was hitting my neck until I became unconscious. I wheeled on my body, and the next thing I could remember, I was on the ground somewhere and hearing the sound of moving vehicle from afar. So I crawl, because I couldn't see. Got to a farm, crawl again into a gutter, then struggled, crossed the gutter, and lie by the side of the road. He was shouting for
by and taken to a police station. The following day, investigations by the police resulted in the arrest of these suspects. The suspects confessed to the crime and narrated how they did it.
So we beat her and we took her money and her phone. So that's what we took from her, and her 2 MTN cards. So the woman was begging. He was begging for. We now took her to the. That's where we discharged her.
You are who?
Then this, my colleagues here.
Tell you the truth, I have built this. This is the 4th one now. The 3rd. I haven't been up to 1 week in Abuja here. Tomorrow, this is the 4th operation before this thing happened.
And the way you do where you carry them, maybe one girl with the front.
Your kwanya womade maame no faso. This Nigerian woman. Senye bie nyankopon adum bia, the woman would have been killed. Folks, well, as Ghana pushes to exit the ECOWAS bloc, some Ghanaian politicians are ironically and busy making their way into the corridors of ECOWAS, a move that has sparked outrage. ECOWAS no penny free mono. Ghana mpinifuni biso aye busy amekase anadwi womuti ECOWAS parliament o se den no moye ene ya cite say nipa no for contempt of parliament. Who is this person? Take a listen to the majority leader.
By defying this resolution, removing him from the delegation to the ECOWAS parliament, actually going to the session, Mr. Speaker, he has clearly affronted the dignity and engaged in an act that constitutes an affront to the authority of this parliament. And it is time that the Honorable Afeomakin be put in his proper place. I therefore rise to the relevant orders of contempt of parliament and a breach of parliamentary privilege, and to urge you, pursuant to the to refer to the privileges committee for him to be processed. And if indeed the committee comes to a conclusion that my contention that he indeed went and attended the session in clear defiance of our resolution, and that that act constitutes an affront to the authority of this House, that the appropriate sanctions be executed in relation to the Alexander.
Minority leader no Maybe our question or share ECOWAS business or folks, make a short break me bar. My guests will be seated and then we go into the issues. This is the Frontline Ghana Speaks. I'll be right back in just a jiffy. Okay. Great one. Welcome back to the Frontline show, of course, the biggest investigative magazine show. Folks, let me correct something. I have my sweetheart to be online. So Emily, I think I didn't explain something well. Emily, Diana me patch and say, "Nyawo na me say we madam for the daughter no. Na madam for our science is minua. No science here part of this production. He's the director of research in my program. The friend Eno Kofi Ejiri. Also Eba, the second child who happens to bear your name, Emily. And of course, Oye Makuma so Akurapa. That's why the powers was sempa. And I hope say Emily may explain him. Your names, of course, come same as that of my director of research name, the daughter's name. I'm not referring you to that of my director's daughter. I'm saying also a daughter. Maybe I didn't explain that well. So I hope so. And of course, I love you too. You are a special woman. Trust me, Emily. I haven't seen you before, but I love the way you contribute to this show ever since we began this very issue. Now, folks, there's a slight in changing of program, and they say what we are going to do right now. And they say, Yema Ghana for Monfa Madrin Chilibi. You see, Ghanaians, are you comfortable? Say Ghana and free ECOWAS anymore. And now say Ghana and continue say young ECOWAS anymore. Minim said a word, but I tell me, baby, be me telephone line. Yeah. And me be one telephone line, which is the 0302-771593. Okay, but before the person say Ghana should Ghana exit ECOWAS and I end up to enter ECOWAS. So what do you was saying? Given the circumstances, it be ra or memoha. Same fatana na sefo. And now, son of a friend, Shannon. So, what frame television volume? Dumino, in person, don't listen to me. Mean team will TV, team will phone, send a beer, mean feed, ever has say, Mr. Why? Mr. Do when you come, na yentiminya information. Now, my man starting read the message. Kweku Anan, may God bless. Micah chapter 3 verse 1. Leaders listen, and you are supposed to be concerned about justice. Verse 2 also, yet you hate what is good and you love what is evil. You skin my people alive and tear their flesh off their bones. Verse 3 also, you eat my people up and you strip off their skin, break their bones and chop them up like meat for the pot. I say, Mr. God bless you and make you great, protect you from this area. Salute to bro. First caller, Ahmanasu. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello, good evening.
Open it to me, yes.
Nami shirao no wajima pawo ye. Yemfim kura. Yemfim kura. ECOWAS. Yemfim kura duya.
Good one. I mean, trying to make a message. Hello, this is Face Mask. Mr. Annan, we should leave ECOWAS as soon as possible by next week, by the end of this month. No, Face Mask. By next week we should leave, all right? Let's see how that goes. Of course, we'll be out, man. So, hello, good evening.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, sir.
Your friend is Steven.
Steven, I mean, good.
ECOWAS need yemfrim na yen na abro trusa ne mani na so that you betimi asom yaman said ya pre na nwumre so sa won kire wo kire fa nsole ne asofu said ya wodi won dwuma no me support pa mun kozo na mun bie nipa ni na ni na ye eniama bi a abrofo edi abehye Bible unze omodi asini omodi atete ye maame mu amomo nso di atete ye yinti no wo hwa ye bre Christopher Brankasa.
Good one.
Enti momboa yen and the man just a topic is o me hwe me follow pa say me hu say what I chi yes an kire we yenim so mo beka say we antichrist but afei na wo hu no kwani ti koso kire nyame nhram.
Good one. Yes, we are Diaspora Papa here. My main can message quick. I'll say good evening, Master Kweku. Please, I am John watching you live from Takrade. It's very bitter, annoying. You must say it. Let the idiot, stupid, and senseless know and understand that they are really so. All right. I have a caller there. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Unfortunately, the line ain't to me. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yo, me basa program me baso kaka.
Okay, open your words.
ECOWAS de ye free mu en famfa so bia emra Ghana. Me de open ya nine asamba ko America ne say MPP and this is two parties ye nyu omo free Ghana ye won to da. NDC MPP ye nyu omo free ya mamumu a omo ye evil ye won to da. But the bia America and then the saka bi say ye po or ye obi to say Traore our Burkina Faso abedu my so and yes I want to that ye want to him as America no Nigeria for no there say yam pamoma me ma tell Nigeria for 6 years amani ko hu Nigeria no omo ye wudifo oyi 2000 na me bo omudin oyi Yoruba na oyi Igbo the most dangerous chance for Nigeria Igbos and Nigerians, Igbos and Yoruba for your coverage also start to a transfer in Nigeria. Ghana and the impending for the Yomodaya and this MPP there may cancel Omomway, Yam Pamwom, not another party, and now Obi to say military requirement take over, maybe Penasa, Madam Ase.
We all say if any country and its people would be respected and enjoy freedom and justice, the laws must be enforced. What we have gained in ECOWAS, what have we gained in ECOWAS? My name is Quincy Black. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, sir, opinion, Kasamani.
Yeah, Pastor Medindi Nkum, and I support what you are doing. I've been following it for quite a while. I support what you're doing. The Pastor Mekani say Nigeria must go. I recommend that we should let them go. And also, what I'll say is about the pastor issue. The Mekani say myself generalization. Many generalize it as if all pastors may. I'm sure some are good and most of them are bad, though. But we should not generalize it for the good of our nation. Yeah.
Thank you very much. God, I mean, message you and you better say, I say when the young, I say hello, Kweku Anan. I am devastated and outraged. Another Black Wednesday, a stampede at a security recruitment drive. I believe someone fishy went on there. Our respected gallant military must step in and restore order. We can't keep living in fear while politicians play games. Enough is enough. Echo Thomas from Echo. Big one there, of course. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. Open it, doom the volume on your television set. Nayan Castle phone. Why? I beg you. Unfortunate. Okay, well, say when the young man takes over, we will surely leave ECOWAS, just like Ibrahim Traore, his colleagues from Mali and Niger did. We are more than ready. Politicians are the ones keeping us in this mess of ECOWAS. Echo Thomas, the Twazo, big one. Echo, big one. Echo Thomas from Tema and Ebai. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Anan.
Yes, sir.
Morning, Juma.
Ejuma yepa.
Mpacho, mibisa adekakra.
Yo, kodwe.
Mpacho wanga woko ECOWAS. Mpacho wakana se womankra oman. Oman pening.
Yeah, almost omankra.
Oye majority na se oye minority mpacho.
Oye minority leader. Kwame na afinyo marking. What's wankra? But then wakati
them. Money and dama. It is a position in dama. Oye the ope. You shout it out.
Oh, I'm say the line at trigger. Hello, good evening. Aha, Pacho Kasamami, why?
Yo, Pacho, ECOWAS in the or see if him.
Okay.
Or see if him because I'm why. Oh no. Oh yeah, because I think my can will be in every parliament to pay. About commit to my nephew. And as this year, Sasami has been marking 2 times, frequent 3 times. They have been marking. Fancy him, we if you on your fancy, I be we if you.
Oh, Debbie, myself, Mammy, and the tribe, my patrol. Debbie,
yet Trabas,
oh, yeah, I believe I saw your gun in me. It's me and found
oh, your gun. Now, Uncle, what are you know, go stay. You hear me say, he did say.
Oh, why Ghana for me? Cause I meet you. When Timmy in general line, so we'll say hi. My name is no Kofi Annan. My name is Kweku Annan. Good evening. Thank you for the good work you are doing for God, mother, and country. You speak and stick issues. Are they Ghana watching you live? Thank you very much. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yes, sir.
Please, I respect you so much, sir. I've always admired you and how you talk and enlightening us about things happening around us. Flamingo traffic light. Kaneshi Flamingo traffic light. If you can bring the customs there, immigration there, it will really, really help me a lot.
Can you speak a bit louder so I can hear you well?
If you come to Flamingo Kaneshi traffic light.
Sorry?
Flamingo Kaneshi traffic light.
I want to hear this caller well. I'm maintaining Kapapa Yi.
Kaneshi Flamingo traffic light. Kaneshi Flamingo traffic light. They are there.
Okay.
They come there, and at times there's violence and all that. Please come and check that.
The traffic light is always down. Is that what you're saying?
There's a pub there.
All right.
Pub. I don't know if they have papers or whatever, and it's pissing us off. And let them know that Ghanaians are not fools.
Okay. All right. I believe that, connecting to this show, the authorities, of course, perhaps have taken wind of that, and the right thing would be done. Do I have another caller there? Hello, good evening. My name is Daniel Nute Opata at Pram Pram. Thanks. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yes, sir.
Namisha Opani were Juma Oye. ECOWAS media as I say you film. Na yes, I'm here a buyer and sorry no to check. A sorry I won't need company. A sorry I won't be a Juma. Na wo adoma no na wo ji omu nsem adi wo de ye wo ye no san sorry ni na ye sorry a ese ye gu no said ya Africa president bi ato nsole mu da eja nto man nim nti ese mredu se a Christopher a ye fra ye ho a Christopher no ye nkrofo a ye nim yansa na ye ni ate na mbom no o hia Omanya ye Christo man wo de hwe dream a wo da hwe bedwum the MPs ye mpenimfo osofo a okita mic ejina asolenim hwe bone a wadi oman in fact etodana eyare nti ye hia abanya ombe ye no woche na misuro nyame ye ina ye diame di na mmom yesusu se enye sa kwan we and as I say, Yedin Amasom Efaso, a BDA, na a B. Bre. A idea, ya papa, na Bible, no bullshit, Jesus. Sir, they be on Yamade Chankofu, who do baby a comedy on normal Dianio. by end of Babano, na members 300 if you this of Obako. Ning necessary Christoph yet acquired in Jimu. Ye Sevi say ye the no fast walk of heaven. Meanwhile, I am Kata confessing she in them. Umabaya name no man engine so. At the 8 aqua money more brabum. A Christoph walk and the one church a young church, Mamma Bibian Kawanshire. Koswana church, and church see never manipa a fina winning him. When church and then you bring a change, church also will be a preaching the 31st night. And to Koswana Yajuma, Nayami own shroud. When we were Juma for any a fidia which is in a
you can't do it and you don't want someone to do is why may God help Honorable Ken, something like that. Okay, we will call our line. So hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, sir.
Is why hello, good evening. May God help.
Opening it, but to do volume no. Oh. Miss Remo, I can't break a crab or just about a minute. Last caller. Who's frame ya? Doom the volume on your television set. Na yen kasa. Oh.
Hello.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Oh, good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Mr. Amani.
I'm trying.
Oh, why are the parents? Why?
Amen.
Ghana had your politicians, your almost normal mind in that. They are coups and criminals, papa. We sort of we can't go for we are good with her. They didn't take my normal breath. Only your man. Benny. What in Kanye?
Was it Metonka?
Oh, that's why we know it. Why?
Amen.
Bye bye.
Great. Of course, I had they call us in the BC. My main car 1-2 message now we near so say. This next gen from Pokuase say, good evening, boss. There is this police patrol team that visits Nigerian men mansion here every evening between 9 and 10 p.m. The man always come out with a brown envelope to meet them, and I can't help but wonder what kind of business the police in the Pokuase district are doing with this Nigerian man at the hour every night. So try and get in touch with me. Not you. Good evening, Kweku. Please, how are you doing? Please, is there any way they can bring back a Jinyame symbol on our currency? I am Moses from East Legon Hills. Nano Dienebe. Good evening, my only brother and truthful presenter. God bless you, but I actually want Igbo chief to leave Ghana. Okay. And Unkurani Guzua, yeah, boy, guys. Let me leave the messages here for today, and then weekend Frontline Friday. Mene another top Ghanaian politician be din komo ofia Friday. En koma ye be din ye den a eye kwan a sisi ono so ba be ade ne voice. Say the Igbo kino, Igbo hwanyo ene amunsam pamno otwa no putohwe gum dan kwansirim yemfani na ankogu. Oya politician ben ya Friday gauge the space. Ye need be din komo. Guys, this has been the Frontline show. Of course, the midweek Frontline with Kwekwanan and the entire team, of course, connecting all up there. Of course, Kens Campbell, online editor, Echo Besmark, and then my engineer, Kesia Bakun, Joshua, was on board tonight, and executive producer, Yao Yamba, editors at large. Kofi Ansa, Enoch Kofi Ejiri is the director of research tonight. All gave me all the ups and the backs and so forth. Definitely Friday. Exclusive one-on-one with this politician on Friday. gauge the space and in somewhere you be the home common. Folks, so many things happening across this country, but ni nano ebi agana mpini for the airco any omudi airban hwe se oho ubetimi akwa na wedi echire untimi a na wasan. Let's all sit here together. We think that we make a sense of it all. Ghana is our only beloved country we must be proud of, and then also to share to protect this nation's security, integrity, and then its credibility and sovereignty. My name still remains Kwekwan, and program we open repeated now. Call social media, YouTube at the problem here no. Call YouTube, social media at the for you to know, share with a friend, a brother, a sister, a loved one. This is Kwekwan Show. Share a software expose and Namkwemuba in the next couple of days after the year 2025. We'll enter the year 2026, and then the expose will definitely scatter the foundations of the Christian. Bye for now.
The Frontline with Kwekwan only.
CTV, Ghana's #1